one.
This is Miriam Raftery with East County Magazine, and we are here today at Wild in the Country, celebrating the 20th anniversary of Lions, Tigers, and Bears, our big cat rescue and sanctuary in Alpine. And I'm very pleased today to be with Bobbi Brink, the founder of Lions, Tigers, and Bears. Congratulations, Bobbi.
Thank you. It'll be a fun day.
Yeah, I think so. So, tell us a little bit about how many animals you've rescued over the years.
So about 1,000 animals now we've helped to, not only bring here, but to place at other sanctuaries across the country. We've worked in the Philippines now. We've brought a tiger from Greece. Yeah, about 1,000.
Yeah, that's 1,000 animals rescued. That is amazing.
One day at a time and one animal at a time.
Absolutely. Are there a couple of them that stand out through the years? As you mind?
It's hard because they all have their own story, and most of them came from not so good conditions, and then they get to come here and get a little spoiled and live out their life with dignity and educate people, and then we can be their voice and try to stop this whole madness that's sucking the drugs and
we're going to hear more about that in a minute, but first I know we're going to be seeing a feeding in a few minutes of a couple of the animals. Can you tell us about them and what their stories are?
I think we're probably going to feed Crystal, one of the white tigers. So she came from one of the biggest bad breeders in the country, who would breed a couple 200 or more tigers a year just to sell. And she would breed what are known as the Obie cats, which are football mascot cats that they push across the football field in a transfer cage. So it was nice to shut her down with the state of Ohio. And we moved all of her animals, and 4 of them came here.
Yeah, I know so much of these. So many of these other so-called sanctuaries are not certified like you are, and there's a lot of abusive practices. Cub petting sounds cute, but a lot of them wind up with back problems or being handled. Tell us a little more about why people should be concerned about the exotic animal trade that still allows legal ownership of things like lions and tigers in many states, even in the United States.
Exactly, and so people get them as pets, they get in over their head, or worse yet, the photo opportunities. So never support a place where you either hands-on can touch the animals or touch the babies. You're in a place that isn't good for animals or isn't accredited. We would lose our accreditation for that. And always try to support the accredited facilities. There's a reason why we're accredited.
Yeah, I know some of these bears were kept in just concrete pits where they had no access really to the outdoors.
Never touched dirt. Bears that have never touched dirt.
Yeah, not like Yogi. So there's some legislation in Congress that I understand is coming up really soon, Bobbi. Tell us about that you've been supporting.
Exactly. It's the Big Cat and Public Safety Act, and what it would do is stop the unnecessary breeding of the big cats, and more important, it would stop the cub petting, which is what fuels the trade. It's always like follow the money.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, and a lot of those animals.
Say it again?
Big Cat Public Safety Act.
Big Cat Public Safety Act. So if you're listening, you may want to let your congressperson know, man or woman, that what your views are about this bill that's coming up. I understand possibly within the next week for a vote, you said, Bobbi?
I believe so. I haven't been following in the loop this week, but we're still working on it.
Yeah. So how did the pandemic affect your facility? I mean, almost 2 years of being shut down, and then also post-pandemic, the recession and some of the supply issues.
Really hard financially because we're relying on our sponsors and our donors, and everybody's scared, and but I think people are coming out now. We've sold over 500 tickets today. People love it here, which I love, and
great event.
I think we're hoping to make some money today for the animals.
So let's hope so. Now, if people want to reach out and they want to support Lions, Tigers, and Bears, how many animals do you have here right now?
We have 65 animals, 17 different species. Everyone's a rescue. Everyone has their own story, and they can get online, and there's so many ways to help. I mean, even just sharing our social media helps us because it shares with your friends. You can come out and volunteer. Of course, you can donate. You can donate wish list items. Every Wednesday on social media, we post our wish list Wednesday. So we always need things like these heavy-duty garden hoses that we buy, these big thick ones, and rubber gloves, and food for the bears, just basic cleaning supplies. So we just post whatever we need on there, but there's tons of ways you can help if you want to.
Very cool. And that's all at Lions, Tigers, and Bears.org right here, folks, just east of Alpine, Hapatool Valley, in San Diego's East County. And we're going to show you a little bit of a slideshow now about Lions, Tigers, and Bears.
That's okay. All I want to do is take care.